Our great God and your families are why we do what we do. So may our twice weekly podcasts continue to equip you to be an intentional, premeditated, disciple-making parent.
Welcome to Truth.Love.Family, where we use God's Word to become intentional, premeditated parents. Here's your host, AMBrewser.
Merry Christmas, friends. I pray your build-up toward Advent has been merry, bright, and Christ-honoring so far, and I pray that the joy Advent brings will not diminish through the 12 days of Christmas and into the new year. Okay, so I know some of you are on vacation and others of you are still at work, and I really don't want to take too much of your time today as you prep for Christmas. All I want to do is say thank you for being a loyal listener and truthful, loving parent. And even if this is your first episode you've ever heard, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Of course, if this is the first episode you've ever heard, I'd like you to know that none of the other episodes are anything like this, so check out the others too. All right, so I have something special for some of you. I wish I could just give this to everyone, but there's just not enough time or resources. So let me explain what I mean. There's this website called Patreon. This organization is designed to connect content providers with people who love their content and provide an easy way for fans to support their favorite artists and musicians and writers and podcasters on a monthly basis. Tim Challies, who was our first special guest, uses Patreon. He currently has over 250 patrons, and their gifts have allowed him to dedicate all of his time to the thing he does best. And one of the cool things about Patreon is not simply that it allows people like you to give to ministries like ours, but it also encourages ministries like ours to give back to our patrons through individualized reward programs. Truth Love Parent has 7 reward tiers from $1 a month up to $100 a month. Each higher tier not only receives its own special rewards, it also receives all the rewards from all the tiers underneath it. First, let me give you a quick rundown of the tiers, and then I'll tell you about our special gift for you. The Acknowledgement tier is only $1 a month. Acknowledgement patrons get access to our patron-only feed on Patreon. This feed connects you with content non-patrons can't access. Acknowledgement patrons will also receive a special thank you 4 times a year right on the show. Now, you may be shy and may want to stay anonymous, and that's fine, but if not, I'd love to thank you personally on the show. And if you prefer, your acknowledgement can be turned into a dedication. So if $12 a year just isn't enough for you, the second tier is called Priority, and it's only $5 a month. Priority level patrons get all the acknowledgement rewards, and they also receive priority in all correspondence and requests. That means that when priority patrons contact us or request a show topic, we get to them first. The third level is the Involvement tier for only $10 a month. These patrons receive not 4, but 8 thank yous a year on the show, and they also get the ability to spend some time with me on live video hangouts. Those hangouts are great because I get a chance to meet you and answer your questions and give you some special insight into what we do at TLP. Then there's the Access patrons at $20 a month. Kara is one example of our Access patrons, and she has been so patient. One of the rewards all Access patrons receive is a free copy of all of our paid ebooks and discounts on our other products. Now, this is why Kara is so patient. Being a new ministry, the only content we currently have published is free to everyone. Now, I'm working on an ebook that, Lord willing, will also be free to everyone in 2018, but all Access patrons will receive the book after that, which, Lord willing, will be called The Communication House, God's Plan for Family Talk, and they will receive that for free. And as new publications are added, they will continue to receive discounts of up to 100% off. And since we didn't publish any paid content in 2017, I'll be sending Kara a different gift to express our appreciation for her continued support. All right, now moving on, for $50 a month, our investment patrons receive 12 thank yous or / dedications over the course of the year, but they also receive a personalized video from me and a free copy of all of TLP products, digital or otherwise. Our 6th tier is called Communication. These patrons support us with $75 a month, and we thank them by giving them exclusive opportunities to have input into our show schedule, provide feedback on chapters from new books and curriculum, and play a larger role in the ministry efforts of TLP. We serve families all over the world, and our communication patrons get to speak into that. Obviously, their feedback is extremely important to us, and it helps us continue growing and providing content that can better serve you and your family. Communication patrons also have access to free phone time with me, whether it's working through a difficulty in your family or answering your questions or just praying with you. I look forward to talking with our communication patrons. And lastly, our equipping patrons graciously donate $100 a month. And the absolute least we can do to thank people like Ray and Carolyn is to give them all of our rewards from the bottom up and also provide them 3 free copies of all of our products. They get to keep one and pass the other 2 on to parents and families in need. These people have definitely partnered with us in equipping families, and we want to make it easy for them to continue doing so as possible. Our equipping patrons also have the opportunity to appear on an episode of Truth.Love.Parent if they desire. They may share their own lessons and blessings and encouragement, ask questions, and tell us a little bit about their own parenting journey. So those are our 7 patron levels. You can see for yourself all of that info I just shared. You can discover our ministry goals, and you can find out how your gifts enable us to continue doing what we're doing by clicking on the Patreon link in the description of this episode. Now, I appreciate you waiting through all of that. Let me share with you the Christmas gift we'd like to give you. If you become a patron between now and January 31st of 2018, you will receive all of the rewards from the tier above the one you sign up for. If you sign up as a $1 acknowledgement patron, you'll get all the rewards from the priority level. All the communication patrons who sign up between now and January 31st of 2018 will receive our highest reward tier for the entire year of 2018. Now, we wouldn't want to leave the equipping level patrons out, so even though theirs is the highest level reward tier, all equipping patrons who give $100 a month will receive a very special gift above and beyond anything we've already listed. And for those of you who are already cherished patrons, please know that you too will be receiving upgraded rewards for the year 2018. There is so much of what we do that we couldn't do without our patrons and the generous gifts of our listeners. We are a listener-supported ministry, and I strongly encourage you to consider what part the Lord may have you play this year. Thank you for listening to all of that. It's really not my thing to ask for gifts, but I know many of you are curious how you can be a blessing to us, and I desire so much to be a blessing right back to you. So Merry Christmas. And for those of you who wish you could send a gift, but you just can't, I just want to say thank you for investing your time. There are so many other things you could be watching or reading and to which you could be listening. But our great God and your families are why we do what we do. So may our twice-weekly podcast continue to equip you to be an intentional, premeditated, disciple-making parent. Our next episode will be the last in season 4. It's called How Your Family's Future is Tied to the Past, and we'll search God's Word to learn how we can't really move forward as a family without remembering the past. And I also hope more of you will follow us on social media this year. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and on Instagram. Just search Truth.Love.Parent. And if you really want to, you can even follow me on Twitter at AMBrewser. I just want you to know you are loved and you are cherished. Merry Christmas.
Truth.Love.Parent is part of the Evermind Ministries family and is dedicated to helping you become an intentional, premeditated parent. Join us next time as we search God's Word for the truth your family needs today.